Hello everybody, this is Shayna Hiller from Build Your Personal Yoga Business, and today I'd like to talk about what a yoga teacher should have on his or her website. Now, having a yoga business is vast, right? Like what is a yoga business? What does that even mean? Yoga is almost an umbrella term for so many facets because, as you know, if you're a yoga teacher or if you practice or have studied yoga, is that yoga is really a way of living. Yes, you can teach yoga in a yoga studio and teach postures and breathing techniques and meditation, but yoga really also is about wellness in general, about mindful living and mindful eating and all of it, right? It's a really a blanket term for being a leader and an educator in the field of wellness and personal development. So that being said, getting really clear with how you want to distinguish yourself in the yoga community and in the world is important. And once you create a website, despite what your domain name is, whether it's your personal name or whether it's a business name, it's important to have a few things. First of all is a homepage, so that when people land on your website, they know it's very clear, like, who is this person? So something like a captivating image, a title, and a description underneath the title that's very clear as to who you are and what you're here to do. Because even though you may want to talk about yourself on the homepage, people who don't already know you usually want to know what's in it for me. I land here. It's almost like a storefront. Think of the homepage of your website as like a storefront, right? And the storefront determines whether or not I open the door and go inside the store. So that being said, you also want to have an about page, because that's when people say, this is a really compelling image. I really like that title and that description. This looks like something I could benefit from, right? Maybe you have a free offer on your homepage for people. Like, oh my gosh, like click here, get this free something and this ebook or whatever it may be, this little meditation, guided meditation. Wait, who is this person? This is awesome. I like the feel. I like the vibe. I like the logo if you have a logo. You have an about page. An about page is more of an expanded bio about yourself, right? That's when people who are really interested will start to say, okay, who is that? Let me check out, right? So having a homepage that kind of is a broader representation of who you are, what you do, what you offer, little snippets here and there, compelling images, then you've got an about page so people can really learn who you are, what trainings have you done. Like, you really want to have a very concrete, lengthy bio in your about page. Personal story, triumphs, challenges, like what are you past, all that stuff in your bio. You also want to make it very easily accessible for people to book you for your services. So for example, if you teach private yoga, maybe there's a services tab or a private yoga tab. If you run retreats or workshops, you may have an events tab. If you teach public yoga classes rather, there's a schedule tab or a group classes tab. And you want to always make it very easy for people to get in touch with you. So some sort of a contact me tab on your website, a contact me page, is awesome. So people who have an inquiry can type it in and click submit. You also want to eventually integrate things that make it very convenient for people to schedule things with you, to schedule private yoga classes with you, to sign up for your classes, to sign up for your retreats. But in general, what you would like on your main website is that. Now, one thing I didn't mention, which is optional, I suggest it, is to have a blog. A blog is something, it's besides Facebook, besides Instagram, besides social media, because your website is your own. You know, like if Instagram, goes away tomorrow, all of the stuff on Instagram goes away tomorrow. But your website is most likely not going to go away unless somehow the internet is gone, in which case, hallelujah. No, just kidding. No, not hallelujah. But point being, your website's your own. So you can actually begin to draw in and attract a very loyal following by being a consistent blogger. And that brings me back to the beginning of this. I don't mean like a blogger as in like, oh, I'm going to be a blogger, unless of course that's your thing. I mean like writing from your heart, educational, valuable content. It does not even have to be long, from whether it's yoga postures or meditation techniques or the benefits of yoga or personal experience and story, maybe healthy recipes for digestion or cleansing or essential oils, whatever your thing is. You have a thing. You have a thing. You have a specialty. You have something that activates you, something that in this moment, if you think of like, well, what would I want to share? How has yoga transformed my life, right? So that's just like an added bonus for your website. It's not mandatory, but having some sort of a personal blog is a wonderful way for people to get to know you more intimately than just, okay, I'm a yoga teacher, I have classes, I have retreats. Again, you can be very unique just with that, just with the basics. Point being, simplify, make it very easy for people to get in contact with you. Leave your email address on every single page of your website and go in depth on the About page. Showcase yourself on your homepage. This is ultimately about self-expression. This is ultimately about confidence. This is ultimately about putting yourself out there and saying yes to you as a leader so that people can find you and you can serve and step up in a much bigger and more impactful way. Okay? So get to work, start visualizing, brainstorming, take notes, journal, and let me know if you have any questions about the website below. You'll also find a link to my brand new ebook, The 8 Steps to Building a Thriving Yoga Business. It's not just an ebook, it's an entire information, exercises, quizzes. It's very amazing to get you started taking action right away, because now more than ever, first and foremost, the wellness industry and yoga industry is booming. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and our world needs it more than ever. So the more, the merrier. There is more than enough to go around. So start taking action now. Click the link below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ask a question, and I'm here for you. I will be back with much more soon. Also, if you have topics for videos you want me to share, leave that in the comment box, and I will be sure to make a video about it. Okay? Have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for tuning in. Keep shining your light and transforming the world, because that's what you're doing. Namaste.